Stampers, it's Elizabeth and it's confession time. This is the third time I'm attempting to do this video today. I've had problems with my computer, and the first two times I did it, I tried to change something up and it wasn't recording the sound. So all you got were my hands and how to do it, and I am not the type of person that's going to edit my videos or add sound overlays. It's too much work for me. Instead, I'd rather do it 3 times. I actually wasn't going to do it a third time, and I was going to say forget it, but I have one more set of cards to do, and I thought I'm going to give it another shot. So I did do a little test, and I think I've got it figured out. And the other problem is that my computer has been overheating, and so I played, remove the light. I played with some settings, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I fix the overheating problem. I hope it doesn't mean a new computer, but whatever. So I'm back from my vacation, and it was awesome. And if you ever get the opportunity to earn a Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, I say go for it. If I can do it, and other people have said this before, and I thought, yeah, right. But I'm being honest. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It just takes consistency. And I tell my team members that all the time. And personally, I know that if I slack off on doing things, then it's going to ricochet my whole business. So if I slack off on my team, it ricochets down to them. If I slack off with my classes, it affects my sales. So it's huge, and you have to be consistent. Doesn't mean you have to be constant, but be consistent. And be consistent, same time, same day, that kind of thing. If you only do it once a week, do it once a week, but be consistent with it. So anyhow, why am I here? I'm here because my paper pumpkin kit came, and I can hear my computer starting to overheat. Oh man. Anyhow, so my paper pumpkin kit came, and I'm going to put it together with you guys. So, well, I've already put most of it together, but there's one card left of each style to put together. So let's switch over before the sound gets too unbearable. I don't know what this means, but anyhow, let's go. So here's Paper Pumpkin Kit. It came a little mangled this month. The FedEx guy tried to protect it. It was raining, but the good thing with Paper Pumpkin is the boxes are somewhat plastic coated, and everything is shrink wrapped inside, so everything was safe and sound. So I can put that in the garbage. So this kit makes 12 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs. 9 cards. Oh, because I can't count. 3, 6, 9 cards, and there's 3 each of 3 different designs. And they're super easy to put together. I have done, that's the first card, and I did 2 of those. This is the second card. You've been on my mind. And there were 2 of those. Whoops. There we go. And then the third card is Happy Birthday. And there were so far 2 of those. But I'm just going to show you how easy peasy it is to put these cards together. I like to use my Paper Pumpkin kits to send thank you cards, birthday cards to customers, team members for online orders, etc. So these cards will be going out at the end of the month. As I mentioned, I already started putting them together when I realized that the sound wasn't recording. So this one's already started. I'm not a reader, I'm a visual person, so I'm going to put this together by eye. The first thing we're going to do is, okay, where did that go? Did I throw it out, Elizabeth? Oh, see, it's making me nuts because I can hear the sound on my computer already. I'm checking in my garbage to see if it's there, but it's not. I got my lunch on my desk. Oh. There it is. Sorry guys. It fell off the file. Oh, okay. So with the Paper Pumpkin kit comes everything that you need in order to put the cards together. With your very first paper pumpkin kit, you will receive a Stampin' Block. All other subsequent kits, you will not receive the block because you should have already had it, right? But for my purposes, I'm going to use some snail adhesive and some Tombow liquid glue just to make things go a little bit faster. And I actually like to use the glue dots for classes. It's just a lot easier to pass those around. There we go. And I'm just going to glue that piece down, and I'm an eyeballer. And there should be somewhere in here the paper clip. Oh, there it is. It's a little teeny tiny paper clip, like that. Okay, so I am actually going to put the put it on the card. You've been on my mind before I actually assemble it, and I'm going to take some of the linen thread, and I'm going to tie this around. And I'm going to explain why I'm putting this on the card, on the sentiment first before I adhere it. First off, it's easier to put the paper clip on because it's kind of small. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my computer. I know this software that I use is heavy on the memory, and it doesn't help. But I went and cleaned off all kinds of stuff that was on my computer, old videos, etc., and I removed some old software that I don't use. And then I did some sort of power reset, thinking that that was going to work, but it didn't. Oh well. Okay, so there is you've been on my mind, and why I suggested putting the paper clip on first is because we're going to put some dimensionals, and these come in the kit as well. And I'm going to put one dimensional over the back of the paper clip, and that's just to hold it in place. And I'm going to put the dimensionals on. So with the sound, with the fan overheating, I may need to either get a new computer, or I'm wondering if a microphone, so that I'm not relying on the microphone for the laptop. And that's on. And then the last thing we're going to do, well, not the last thing, but we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue on this, and it's just going to go askew down the bottom like that. And then the last thing is we are going to put some of the sequins randomly on the card, and I'll put one there. So could that not be easier? You've been on my mind. And the coordinating envelope for that is this one here. It picks up the peacock color. Oh, I should tell you that the stamps that came in this set are You're the Best, You've Been on My Mind, Hello Friend, and Happy Birthday. And then there are a couple, and the Stampin' Spot is the Pretty Peacock. And using a piece of scrap paper, remember you can also stamp your envelopes, right? And so I'm going to take the medallion image, and I'm just going to randomly and just stamp in the corner. There we go. There we go. So stamp the envelopes so that they coordinate with your cards. So that's the first card. Could that not have been easier, folks? Now the second card is, I'll show you the finished one, is this card. And I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick on this. And so again, we're going to take the Designer Series paper, and we're going to put some snail adhesive on it. And I'm going to lay that down. I'm trying to rush this so that you don't hear the fan as much. And then from this piece right here, I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow. I'm going to slide that down. And then The sentiment, you're the best. Now, if I had read the instructions on this card would have said, stamp the "you're the best" towards the bottom of the flag. I didn't do that, but it's okay. We're going to make it work because we're tying a bow across the top, and I still have enough room. Now, you're going to think, oh, all these little details on the cards, are they worth it? Yes, they are. As I tell my stampers all the time, it's all these little details that you think aren't noticeable on your card. Maybe you emboss a piece, or a piece of ribbon or a piece of rhinestone or a rhinestone, and you're thinking, oh, it really doesn't make a difference. It does. It all adds up, and when your recipient gets the card, they see that detail, and it just adds to the, I got fat fingers, it just adds to the overall detail of the card. So don't skip out on the details. Unless you want to, and it's a plain and simple card, and that's what you're going for, right? They're beautiful as well. Okay. Okay. And now I'm going to put some dimensionals on this guy here. I'm going to put one there to cover that piece of ribbon, and it's just to hold the ribbon and make sure the ribbon doesn't go anywhere, right? And then put one in the middle because you don't like it. It's not great when the middle of the card starts to sag, especially after it's gone through the post office, right? And peel the backs off. And you're just going to put that sort of askew. Everything is askew today. And now we need I'm going to show you give you a tip here on this one. So I'm poking out the little holly leaf, whatever it's called, the berry leaf. And I'm going to use some Tombow glue, but dot, 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 not, don't splash it on. And I like to keep a blank piece of the dimensional backing here, because sometimes if it gets stuck and you push it and squeeze too hard, it splays out. We don't want to splay out. So I'm just going to put a little dot of Tombow glue on some of the berries, and then I am going to stick it kind of underneath and down. Now, if you do get a little bit of adhesive that splays out, take your embossing buddy and pat it down. And that way you're just going to get rid of some of the stickiness. I know, isn't that a great tip? Now you're going to do the same thing with the bigger leaves. And these aren't as big a deal because the leaves are bigger, and so you can get your Tombow glue right in there. And you're just going to put one down on that side, and I'm going to put one down on the other side. I know rhyme or reason. Just underneath. There we go. And then again, to finish this card off, you are going to take, oh, there we go, 3 of the adhesive back sequence and randomly put them on the card. Card number 2. There we go. And the coordinating envelope for that one is this one here. And again, you can stamp the envelope. Now the last card, a little bit more involved, and it is this one. Perfect for a male birthday. Okay, so we are going to take the 2 clouds, and these all come in the kit. And again, I'm just going to use Tombow glue and put one down, and the other one down. Like that. Hold them so that they cure. You're going to take, again from the die cut, the large circle, and you can hardly see the detail, but it's one of those things that there is stitching around the edge of this, and it's hard to see on the camera, but again, it's one of those details that is worth it in the end because it just adds to the overall card. Okay, so now we're going to put this circle down, and they've put it over slightly over the edge of the card, and I have measured it so that yes, it will go in the card perfectly. Okay, so it's intentional that it's over the edge. Now we're going to take the die cut sailboat. Okay, and I'm just going to put some adhesive. Dot, 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 dot. Again, you can use the dots that glue dots that Stampin' Up! Send with the kit. There we go, like that. Okay, now we are going to put the ship's wheel, and this is like whoa. So Stampin' Up! Have provided round dimensionals that will go over the ship's wheel. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. And then that's going to go, like up here. As you know, I eyeball things. I'm going to put it up there to fill in that space. Now we're going to take this blue piece, and it's going to go, it's going to go like that. So I'm going to put dimensionals along the bottom. And you don't want a dimensional on this side because it's going to go up on the ship's wheel, and like that. But I will put a little bit of Tombow glue there just to secure it. Do that. And then the happy birthday, and again we're going to take some, am I missing anything? No, I think that's it. I'm going to take some of the linen thread. I love this stuff. And it's one thing that I have stocked up on, is the linen thread. Let me see. I think they've put a knot behind it. And I'm going to put some Tombow glue here. I'm winging it because that's not what I did with the other ones. And I'm just going to run this up and down. I think they've done a bow, but to be honest with you, I don't want to do a bow because if I keep this as a masculine card, I don't like a bow on the masculine card. So I'm just going to put Tombow glue up along there like that. And I've made a mess and my fingers are covered. And then I'm going to put some glue along the top here. Like, how do I want to do that? No, don't like that. Give me 1 second while I play. See if I had read the instructions right, probably would have told me what to do. I was just looking at the visual. It would have told me what to do and how much to cut. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on the top like that. And I'm going to put glue on it on the bottom. There we go. I'm just going to hold that down till it cures. And then again, the last thing we're going to do is, you can hardly see the linen thread, but just enough if it pokes out. And then we're going to put 1, 2, and 3. There we go. There's the third card. Pretty awesome. So that's Paper Pumpkin. And what the last thing I want to tell you about Paper Pumpkin is this kit coordinates with the Sailing Home. I'm going to actually come back on the screen here. This kit coordinates with the Sailing Home, and which is in the annual catalog. So the kit for August are tags, and not everybody loves tags, and Stampin' Up! Knows that, so they're trying something new this for August. They are going to provide an add-on kit, and the add-on kit will give you the product to turn the tags into cards. And that add-on kit is, I think, $13 in Canada, and you can order it with a demonstrator starting on August the 1st. So if you're not a fan of tags and you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can get the add-on kit that turns the tags into cards. One other thing I want to tell you is that there's a fantastic Facebook group called Paper Pumpkin Fan Club, and people take their Paper Pumpkin kits and make, some people don't like to follow instructions and they do their own thing. So they take the Paper Pumpkin kits and turn them into all kinds of different projects. And if you want to be inspired, join the Paper Pumpkin Fan Club, and you can get a lot of alternate ideas. So if you're don't want the add-on kit, but you don't want the tags, check out the Paper Pumpkin Fan Club page next month, and you'll see lots of alternate projects. Okay, so if you have any questions, I'm Elizabeth from StampScrapandMore.com, and thanks for checking in, and we will talk to you again soon. I hope I get figure out what's wrong with my computer so that it doesn't overheat all the time. Take care.